Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Bishop. It's the Tier 5 British SPG. It's located on the west spawn of Studzianki and it's under the command of hossballs. But I'm afraid this is a troll video. Now, game started. You can see that hossballs has got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel of his Bishop. He likes this Arty a lot and of course he plays it a lot, so he's quite good. But unfortunately in this game there is a troll, and the troll is in the AMD and he goes by the name of Ban Aaron. Where is he? Trying to look for where he is. Can't see him at the moment. Oh, I think he's gone off to the wood up in the north of the map. That's it. He's right at the very top of the map. Well, you can see that hossballs is got as close to the enemy as he can because, of course, as you know, the Bishop is a short-range Arty, so he needs to be fairly close to the enemy if he's going to get shots on them. And he's now aiming at a 25 TP who's in that yard, and he gets a direct hit with his first shot. He's got a 4.5-inch howitzer, which is capable of doing 450 alpha, and it's got a burst radius of 2.22 meters. And the 25 TP's moved from that position because this time round he got an explosion rather than the shell just disappearing and nothing else happening. He's looking to get a shot on that KV-1, but nope, doesn't get it. But there's another target he can hit, T150. As you can see, that hossballs is playing the game properly. He's targeting the T150, he's trying to get shots on him. He's actually getting damage, so he's having quite a good time. He's doing what the game wants him to do and what his players, his teammates want him to do. All of them except, of course, that AMD, who's still up in the A row at the moment. He's right up there in the top. Round out on the T150, just misses him. But the T150 is being very defensive. He's actually moving about quite a lot to throw off Arty. Rounds out. This time round he gets hit, and it looks like he was, if he wasn't tracked, he was disabled. Oh, he was tracked on one side. You can see that the tracks are out there. He's firing another round in and gets another hit. But he fixed the tracks on that side, so I suspect that he only damaged the tracks on the near side this time. Gets a nice hit on the T150 again for 114. One more hit should be enough to finish him off. Rounds out, and it does. So hossballs has got his first kill. Okay, the KV-1 moving down the trench, I should say the river, and oh, that 60s GFT dived straight in on the KV-1, right into his side. Whilst hossballs is now going to aim at the engine deck of the T1 Heavy, and he got a lovely shot there right onto the engine deck. And that T1 Heavy is not going anywhere fast, not when shells keep hitting his engine deck and damaging it. And he's gone. So hossballs has gained 602 hit points of damage recorded so far. But there are not many enemy tanks that he can shoot at the moment because they've cleared most of the ones that are in the trench in the river. And most of the other tanks are in cover. Maybe he might be able to... No, he can't hit the Valiant. It's just too far away. So's that M4A1. So he's going to have to get closer. And this is when the troll turns up. And you've just seen that he's fired into hossballs. But of course, there's no team damage, thankfully, which means, of course, no effect. hossballs turns towards Ban Aaron. There he is, Ban Aaron 1104 on the EU server. And he's continuing to shoot into Ban Aaron, even though Ban Aaron has done absolutely no damage at all to him or caused him any problems. He just hates Arty. Well, hossballs trying to get a line on that Valiant, but he keeps moving. Oh, and now the AMD is ramming him. That's why the reticule suddenly moved sideways. Yep, the AMD is ramming into him as he's trying to aim at the enemy. There you can see. And it'll keep bouncing around like that because the AMD is just riding into his side and preventing him from aiming. So he's actually working against his team by doing this, because every time he does that, all he's doing is preventing hossballs from actually getting shots on the enemy. It's completely stupid. I think Ban Aaron wants to be banned. He wants to be banned. Rounds out the TOG. Now this should be the easiest of kills for hossballs, because of course he can land the shells on the engine deck of that TOG, take him out the game. He loads the shell up, fires it in, and gets the kill. So that's 2 kills now. Okay. So there's no targets within range now. He'll have to move if he wants to get shots on the enemy. Trouble is, what is this troll going to do in the meanwhile? Yep, that T-52 is way out of range. See the range circles? It's just too far away. Now, there are trenches that hossballs could move into to actually get closer to the enemy. If he was to move up closer to the factory. Yeah, the AMD still trying to push him. Still ramming him. hossballs has decided, actually, he's going to pay attention to that T-52. He is now within range. He's actually getting fairly close. He lays a shell down. Oh, so close to getting a hit there. And finally, the AMD's decided that, yes, there is something he can do with his time other than being a complete twonk. That's the right word for him, twonk. He's actually decided to engage the T-52. It's a one-shot. And our AMX, oh, saved from a fate worse than death. Although he did get spotted, so the enemy Arty has hit him. There's only 4 enemies left now. And it would perfectly be possible for hossballs to drive straight across the field towards the trench, because I think all of those enemies are on the far side of the battlefield and outside his range, so there's no way he's going to get any more shots. But he's got 2 kills already. He's looking around for a target he can shoot, but the nearest one is in the 0 line. It's right over the other end on the east side of the map. So he's decided to do just that. He's now driving across the field. And the first tank he sees is a bishop. And he's dialing in. Rounds out. Can he get the kill? Well, that one hit the bishop. And the bishop didn't like it. He's pulling back. He knocked the tree over. And lo and behold, Ban Aaron is the one who goes in to try and get the kill. And he does. Bishop only had 12 hit points left. So it looks like hossballs actually did hit him considerably for a lot of hit points. Only 3 enemies remaining. An M41, 82 and a Jackson. And this is where the bishop really comes into its own, because an 82 is very heavily armoured. But HE rounds are no respect of armour. They just shake the enemy to death. He's now within range of the Jackson. He's lining the shot up. This is perfect Arty play. Work out where the guy's going. Rounds out. Oh, yes! What a shot! Right into the cockpit of the Jackson. And he's out the game. So 3 kills now for hossballs. Even though the troll was mucking him about, he still managed to do well. There's only 1 enemy left. It's over in the northeast corner of the map. It's the 82. And now the best thing he could do is drive towards the cap and stay behind the bank, but be able to load then shots into the 82 when he comes to reset. He will come to reset because one of our team is now capping. And it's the T-52, but he's got 100% health. 82s are so heavily armoured that really there's only one conventional weak spot, which is, of course, the cupola. And if you can fire an HE round at them, you can literally shake them to death. You peck them to death a few hit points at a time. hossballs is saying that he's going to report the AMD for being a troll. And well, he should. The AMD is out the game, by the way. He has been killed. I think it was the 82 that got him in the end, but if it wasn't the 82, well, we'll check that at the end. 82 rounds out. Lovely, 105 hit points. One shot, go and finish him off. Oh, and they got the shot that killed him before hossballs could fire all the way from the centre of the map. So, good game for hossballs, even though he was trolled during it. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And, well, yes, is the second class tanker for hossballs. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7 in this one. Didn't get any other medals during the game, but his performance was so good that even despite the fact that he was being trolled, he got a win 8 of 4,997, which is super unicum standard. And if we look at the team score, we can see that he actually did get the highest damage in the entire game, but no high caliber. So I presume that it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool, or the ramming of the AMD against the side of hossballs' vehicle was the reason why. So that would have counted as team damage, and that disqualified him, which I think if that's the case, that would be very unfair. But yes, 1,517 hit points of damage goes to hossballs, and 1,376 goes to the AMX-12 ton, and then 1,366 goes to the bishop on the enemy team. In fact, actually, just a quick check, how much did he actually hit that bishop for? 193 hit points with just one shot. That's a very high score indeed. Very well done. Let's have a look at the rest of the scores. We can see when it came to kills, it was shared between the bishop, the team 150, the AMD 178B, the troll, and Jackson, which managed to get 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, it was the Valiant that did the best. 966 to him. He managed to get a Confederate as well. 697 went to the AMD Troll, and 638 went to the AMX-12 ton. hossballs got 636 in this game, but despite the fact that he got the highest damage, I think it's really because he didn't get much spotting assist, whereas these other tanks, they were getting spotting assist. You see 835 there, 333 there, and 508 there. So they were getting the additional assist of the spotting, which was boosting their XP at the end of the game. 21 shots fired, 12 direct hits, no penetrations, but 17 splash. Damage of 1,517 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and did 180 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 29,115 credits, and after ammunition resupply, took away 23,865 credits. He got 954 XP, and there was no multipliers, so that's all the experience points he took away. Right, well, let's have a look at this troll. His name is Ban Aaron 1104. Now, we will check to see if this player if that's his real name. And it is, yes, Ban Aaron is his real name. Played 1,456 battles, not a very high personal rating, not a high win rate either, but he still hasn't learned that, yes, you should not be ramming your teammates. He's taken to doing that against Arty, mainly because he probably doesn't know how to cope with Arty. He probably doesn't know how to avoid being hit by Arty, which means he's not a very good player. If you're a good player, you know how to avoid being hit. Like a player such as that T150, who was moving about in a random way to actually throw off hossballs' shells, until such time as hossballs managed to get a good shot in, which actually tracked him, and then of course he could finish him off. But yes, this guy is asking for a ban. His name is Ban Aaron. He deserves a ban. He is a troll, and despite the fact that he did well in this game, and he is behaving in a manner which he needs to be warned about. If you carry on and attack your own teammates, then you shouldn't be in the game. And Wargaming, we would ask you to suspend this player for a reasonable amount of time to remind him that he's not supposed to attack his own team. He's supposed to attack the enemy only. Thanks for watching.